Hey, good morning, Mizzou fans. Gabe DeArmond here, PM in the AM for Friday, May 16th. Every day we do something a little bit different here. Sometimes we entertain you. Sometimes, frankly, we just waste your time a little bit. Today, I'm going to educate you a little bit on modern day recruiting in college sports. JJ Andrews, four-star top 50 basketball player out of Little Rock, Arkansas, committed to Arkansas over Missouri yesterday. This is not so much about JJ Andrews as it is about recruiting in general anymore. We are going to follow every step of it and cover every step of it. You guys are still going to pay attention and talk about it. We certainly hope. But the truth is, in recruiting these days, nothing matters until about the last 72 hours. If a kid sets a date, start paying attention about like really close attention in breaking things down and worrying about it like 3 days beforehand. If he doesn't set a date, whenever after the official visits or before signing day or whatever, the only thing that matters now is the last 72 hours. The trips don't matter. The top fives don't matter. The this school's in front doesn't matter. Nothing anybody says matters until the last 72 hours. And again, this is not about JJ Andrews or anything, you know, trying to no sour grapes. JJ Andrews play basketball wherever he wants to play, as every kid. I don't get emotionally involved in recruitments. Um, but if you talk to anybody, the belief was going into this week that Missouri probably led for JJ Andrews. Now we have seen these things go both ways for Missouri. We've seen them go the way they did with JJ Andrews. We've seen them just kind of pop on the radar for Javion Hilson late and get him a five-star kid late in the football recruiting cycle last year. So these things change all the time. And we all know the biggest reason they change. They change because of NIL. It's almost as if schools now are just kind of waiting until the end. You don't make your best offer until you need to make your best offer. And the best offer these days is financial. And a lot of people say that is a bad thing. Look, we all make decisions in our lives based on money, and very few of us turn down a job that offers us more money for one that offers us significantly less. So none of this is saying anything bad about these kids or their decisions. We all make decisions this way. And there are very obvious reasons why we do it. But the point is, like up until the last week, you just kind of feel out the market and see where things are. And you're not going to pay somebody 600,000 if you only have to pay them 200,000 right now in the last 3 days. If it becomes obvious you're going to have to pay them 600,000 to get them, then you make that decision and you make that offer. And if you end up paying 600,000, and this is a made up number, this is not, I have no idea what JJ Andrews NIL deals or offers were. This is just a made up number out of my head. But point being, then hey, if you do make that offer that is significantly different or better in the last week, a lot of times it's going to change the recruitment. So my point being, like all these graphics, all the drama along the way, it's really just kind of entertainment for everybody. And then recruitment gets serious in the last 72 hours. Maybe that's bad for me to tell people, and maybe that hurts our traffic and our business and all that, but this is just the way things are. And I think the more people that go into it with eyes wide open and understanding the process, the better. It doesn't matter if you're in a top 12. Doesn't matter if he likes the family atmosphere after a visit in May. What matters is the last week, and even more than that, probably the last 3 days. So just kind of something to remember here in the last, or as we go forward with recruiting. Coaches have often called the transfer portal speed dating, and it's why it's great. Like you only have to follow it for a month, and these kids are going to pack 4 visits in a week, and everything's going to be taken care of. And there's no, hey, we recruited this kid for a year and a half, and a better offer happened at the last minute. Like it's a year, 2, 3 year long process boiled down to a month and sometimes a week. And that's really the way it should be because all recruitments anymore really are boiled down to a week. So anyway, just kind of some thoughts in the aftermath of another recruitment that we've seen kind of switch and maybe go a way that not a lot of people expected it to go in the last few days. That's going to wrap it up for us here this week. Be back Monday morning, or who knows, maybe as news warrants over the weekend. Like, comment, subscribe while you're here. Appreciate you hanging out.